What is going on, family? We are back. Check out another song from my favorite band from Australia, Windwaker. Honestly, guys, this is probably the very first band that I fell in love with when I started my YouTube channel. I have not stopped listening to Hyperviolence since this album has dropped, and ever since I have found this band, I have been listening to them pretty much every single day in one way or the other. I listen to The Wall pretty much almost every single time before I come and record my videos. I'll save my thoughts on The Wall when we get to that video, but I feel like I'm gonna have a lot to say when we actually get to The Wall. Even though the music video for Sirens has been out for a minute, they did re-release an official video today, calling it a pop-up video, which I would imagine might have some of like the little pop-ups of like the different little Easter eggs throughout the song and the video. So let's go ahead and check it out.
I'm thinking about girls on white horses with angelic voices. They're luring me in with their song.
Yeah, there's the pop-ups.
Oh, what could go wrong? Soft mist, red leaves, frost lingers on the freezing my armor. Keeper of the heart that keeps me going under. I kind of like it by myself when no one else could reach me. I'm no longer the keeper of the heart that keeps me going under. My mind could open up to my soul. You're kind. I'm thinking about girls on white horses with angelic voices. They're luring me in with their song.
Oh my God, we have to talk about that pop-up right there. Indy and Liam set out to write a chorus that was intentionally goofy, but it had an authentic meaning. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, guys. Like this was supposed to be a goofy chorus. I'm thinking about girls on white horses. Man, like this song just always makes me like, it just gives me a visual with like every lyric throughout this song. That's one of the things that I like the most about Windwaker, is I feel like when you listen to their music, especially like even if without the visual representation, the overall lyrics paint a picture and a story like with every song that they do. Sirens is about being manipulated to think and behave in a certain way, and the working title for Sirens was Connovating, until the day we had to submit it to Fearless. That's kind of funny that they threw that in there, because I would imagine like the record executives, like those business suit wearing motherfuckers, like those pieces of shit in those music industries. I swear to God, they act like they're your friends, and then they're just a bunch of slimy businessmen and women, just like anybody else in every other business. I don't even know why we try to act like they're good people. I'm sure there's a few of them out there that aren't decent, but come on, guys, the overall industry is full of snakes. But I'm sure when they saw that title, there's no way that's gonna sell. We gotta have something better than that. And honestly, Sirens is a better name for it, because it just makes you, like I said, it gives that painting of that picture with that. I'm thinking about girls on white horses. The idea of tying it back to what he said about being manipulated into thinking and acting a certain way, and like seeing things for like not what they are. That's what the overall idea of a siren is, right? In the mythical tale of sirens, is that they are mythical creatures to draw you in with the beautiness of their voices in order to eat you. That's the part they don't tell you in Little Mermaid, is that they eat you. Boy, would it be cool to see an actual like real Sirens movie.
About girls on white horses with angelic voices. They're luring me in with their song. I'm thinking about boys talking poison, inelegant noises. They scream till their voices are gone. Oh, what could go wrong? I know, but like the night, sometimes I found the fate. I've stopped the blade of the traitors. I'm lost to say you're playing a man. What's run so late, what you won't let go? 'Cause my little summer's surrendered. Make it fire just to start again. It's kinda nice here by myself, building up dust on the shelf. No longer a dull imposter. I'm thinking about girls on white horses with angelic voices. They're luring me I'm left with nothing as the ground lays above me, in a grave with no name. When no one else will remember, forgotten you forever. If I can't die in peace and never pain. I'm thinking about cars of white horses with angelic voices. They're luring me in with their song. I'm thinking about boys talking poison, inelegant noises. They scream till their voices are gone. Oh, what could go wrong?
Oh my God, it's fire every single time, yo. I didn't really want to pause it again for anybody who hadn't heard the song before, because to me, it's more important that you actually connect with the song, because I don't actually make any monetization of this video. So I do this strictly off the love of this band. If that means anything, if that shows how much I love this band, Windwaker, I will continue to make videos for making $0 off of anything I do for them. Every extra in the music video was a Windwaker fan from Australia. That's really cool. I really like it when bands do that. It's a chance just to have like a group intimate setting for you to have like this really memorable moment for a lot of your like very early fans. Like even if like you do it like when you're bigger and you have like those little special promotions where you like release it to like special group of people to kind of let them know where a location is, it's always a really cool idea. So I always love when the bands do stuff like this. We rented an actual Melbourne nightclub for the day. Well, let's hope that your record label actually did that for you and that they didn't have to put their own money up to do this video. That's like the first thing that I would hope of, especially when they already mentioned Fearless. They should be paying for the video. The music video is produced by Connor and Indy. See, that I even answered my own question. They had to pay for it themselves. Like, come on, like what are these record labels for if they're not giving you any money and support for these videos? For those of you who do not know, Connor is like the synth player or like the keyboards, like all the electronic sounds. That's kind of his bag. And Indy is the bass player. The band was formed in 2017 and are currently based in Melbourne, Australia. For as much as I love this band, I don't know as much about them as one would probably think that I do. I do know that Liam has replaced their old singer, Will. I don't know why Will left the band. That's probably the biggest thing that I've never really looked up, is I don't know why Will left the band in the first place. I would hope that everybody's on good terms, and it was just whatever reason, it was on good terms. But now it doesn't really matter anymore because I discovered this band once Liam was already in it. So that is the future generation of Windwaker. And in some cases, it's okay when bands move on with other singers. And in some cases, it's not okay. And I think in this case with Windwaker, I think it was perfectly okay. The music video was directed by Connor's housemate, Andrew, who directed every music video from Hyperviolence. Well, shout out to Andrew, because I'm gonna give you a shout out right now, Andrew. Every single video that they have done for Hyperviolence has been spit fucking fire. If there's one thing that I've pointed out in every music video, is the fact that I felt like they found a way to make every video very interesting and very cool with limited resources and limited budgets. I feel like the way that they did lighting and just the way that they did overall camera shots and quick zoom, slow zoom, everything that they've ever done in every single video, I feel has been so top-notch and next level. Yeah, I think they're great. Even in this music video, I feel like it ties in perfectly to the overall point of the song, how Liam kind of gets lost and he kind of falls to the ground in the middle of the club. Like in the midst of all of this, you know, just trying to figure out this throughout the chaos, and you're hearing the lovely voices, you still get lost up and it just kind of takes him away from the entire situation. I feel like this video translated extremely perfectly. Yes, I just said extremely perfectly. The song was produced and mixed by Chris. Chris is the drummer of the band, guys. Like what talent and what amazing talent does this band have all around consistently? The singer can rap, sing, scream. The bass player and guitar players can do screaming backup vocals. The drummer is mixing and producing the records, and the keyboard player and the bass player, they're all like pitching in to like make these videos happen. And these records just overall happen. Somebody explain to me what the hell the record label is doing for them. Well, the thing is, guys, it's like you got to go ahead and you got to build your fan base first. Like you got to get your name out there and create a buzz for yourself before we get actual money involved. It's all bullshit, I tell you. We wrote Sirens from start to finish in the living room of an Airbnb on a Victorian coastline. How cool is that fucking story right there? I'm sure that is a moment that this band will cherish for the rest of their lives. Like when you have like a moment like that where like you sit down and write this complete work of art that is like such a great song too, and you do it all in that one session, and it seems so aimless, so easy and seamless, right? Like it's just one of those things that like it's just like a magical moment that only happens so frequently, and you're trying to recreate those things, but you can't force it. Like it's got to really happen organically, and I think a lot of times what a lot of bands like don't do the right thing wise is like you really got to spend time around each other. And I'm not sure what the dynamic of the band is overall. Like I said, from what I could see through their social media, they seem to like they all really get along really well. And I hope that they would do a lot of like hanging out outside of just like actual band rehearsals, because I feel like that's how you create like the better core like group that way, and you're just that much more like on sync of like what the mission is of the overall band and what you're trying to actually go out there and create and push to the world. The band have released 2 full-length records, Love Language and Hyperviolence. And again, guys, I've been on Hyperviolence mode since it came out in July. And when I first started hearing any of these records coming up for this new project, I was so amped up for it. I actually saw them the night that they were releasing the record in the US. Like the record was out like in Australia and some other places in the world, and that night was the night that I saw them. And like on my drive home was when I got to listen to the record. Like I was, it's one of those things that I would have with other bands. I have actually like waited and put off listening to their music, but with Windwaker, I really could not wait. I just had to listen to their record as soon as it came out, and I haven't stopped listening since. We are going track by track in Hyperviolence, and Fractured State of Mind is next, and it is definitely one of my favorites off of this album. Like I said, I'm going to probably be saying that a lot when I talk about whatever the next song is going to be, because this entire album is just perfection to me from start to finish. I appreciate you so much for hanging out with me today, and please go listen to Windwaker's music. Honestly, guys, do yourself the favor and just go run it up and listen to it as much as you can. Like it's so good. Go tell and spread it to somebody else. Tell somebody else about this band. I have already had a couple of you guys already thank me for putting you guys onto Windwaker, and that means more to me than anything at all. I would just, like I said, when I don't make any money off of these videos from Windwaker, it really is just all the love of this band and trying to get people onto recognizing their music and appreciating it, and even if it's just a fraction as much as I do, because they do have some really great songs out there, and they really are a terrific live band as well. If you haven't joined the Foxtrot family, there's always room for you. Until next time, I appreciate you for watching.